Now let's compare this new adjustment which you learned versus the rolling strike adjustment which everybody do. Point number one, hedged. Point number two, it gives you massive range of additional 1000 points. Your margin requirement is good. Point number four, the trade can swing back in our favor and we can lock in the profits. Compare from every angle which you know, you will realize this is better. Not a little better, at least 10 times better. Hi everybody, welcome to a very special video. Today we are going to discuss the most popular strategy ever, short straddles. And we're gonna address the exact pain point, how to adjust a straddle by breaking the straddle. Break the straddle means you get double premium win. How to use this technique, when to do this, when not to do this. We're gonna cover this very important topic, a complete 360 degrees. So if you are in trouble and you are making losses in straddle, you will have a better way. One little idea can save you from thousands and lakhs of loss. So understand this very carefully. Smart knowledge for smart money. Are you rolling straddle strikes? Big mistake. I'll tell you what usually happens when you create a short straddle and market just starts to move up or down. In a fast trending move, people keep on rolling their straddle strike. I'm going to show you an Opstra and a payoff which will make things crystal clear for you. What we're going to do instead, we will not going to do rolling straddle strike, that's for sure. We are going to limit our losses. We're going to have a better technique. No panic. Break the trade. Handle like two independent missions. What is this? Let me talk to you about this. Let's put in a straddle a month which is very difficult, and let's see how do we tackle it much better than the usual common way, which is rolling the straddle strike. You're gonna learn better. So this is how your usual normal short straddle looks like. You are creating the position at beginning of the series and you're creating it for the month, for example. Obviously market is gonna trend now and we'll see how do we perform in this, and as usual market gonna start to trend and we will see how this thing is going to perform. Market is trending now and we are looking at some loss because obviously short straddle make losses if there is any kind of one-way move. It's only efficient when there is no move happening in the market. And now what do we see is that within a week's time, market is giving us really high amount of loss. Point number one. Point number two, market is reached near our break even and obviously there is an entire day and we cannot just leave a straddle unattended because this 4,000 loss can really become a monster of a loss. So now I'll tell you what everybody do. YouTube is full of it. That is, what they're gonna do is they will book this particular strike. I'm talking about 24,200 put. They book it, they square it off, and then they will roll this. Instead of 24,200, what they're gonna do, they're gonna sell a 24,500 or 24,400 put. Okay, so maybe I'll do this so it will be clear to you, which we do not do. So what they do, they book this, the profitable side, do not touch the losing side, and here we go. And very popular, and by now you've been watching my videos and you know for sure that whatever is popular, high chances that it's not gonna be as profitable. So this is how they do, this is how the trade looks to be, right? Or what they can do is they can probably roll it even further. They can roll it to 24,700, right? But here the biggest issue is that there is always a scope of unlimited loss. I want to give you one top trick of any adjustments. Adjustments are done to reduce the loss. There is a time when you should attack and there is a time. If your adjustment is like this and market just give you even a 200 pointer move, this 4,000 can become 40,000 in no time. So this is something which we are definitely 100% will not do this. So coming back to where things were. Now, when you deploy a straddle, it takes you approximately 1,80,000, somewhere around 2 lakh rupees roughly for a nifty monthly straddle, right? Very high margin. What do we want to do? We want to adjust in such a way where we remain hedged. This unlimited loss situation go completely out of the window. Point number one. Point number two, we want to hedge it in such a way that we get a big, huge range. When you roll the put, your range just increased by 200-300 points. What if we increase the range by 1,000 points, reducing your risk significantly and being hedged? Is it even possible? Absolutely, it is possible. How are we going to do this? I want you to observe this straddle. What is this basically? These are two independent positions. One is a call which is sold, one is a put which is sold. We got to break it. We got to treat these two positions completely independently. So we will see. I will break it for you and I will show you. So call is giving us loss of 9,000 and put is giving you profit of 5,578 on 6th of December. Let me show you what do I mean by breaking the trade. This is an example of the call. We are treating this leg independently. This is giving us loss of 9,600. And the put which we have, this is giving us profit of 5,578. Both the legs need to be treated completely separately. We have to focus on the leg which is giving us loss. In this situation, this comes out to be the call strike, which is here. We're getting 9,616 loss, which we have to recover. Correct. The profitable leg, the put one, we will book it completely up to us. We want to keep it. You can keep it. The maximum profit here is around 9,000. So completely depends on you. We have to solve this problem. This is bleeding leg for us. Rolling is not going to work. We know this. Also, we do not want an unlimited loss situation. Step number one, we look to scare off this particular call that is given. 736.5 was the price of it, and we square off and we book this particular call, right? Now we're going to open option chain, and we are not opening option chain of December. We will make it for January, which happens to be 30th January, the next immediate series. And we open an option chain and we go up in option chain. This is where the market is. So what we're going to do, we're going to go at least 1,000 point up. You heard it right. 1,000 points is big, massive, and we short this particular call. How many quantity we can short? We can short around 5 sold call, 25,800. Now, as you know very well, it's a defensive adjustments. And we have to go probably 200-300 points out of the money, and then we are hedging it. We sold 5, so we are buying 5. When we do this, this is how our payoff is going to look. As you can see here, one thing very beautiful happening over here is that our break even has really gone further out, at least 1,000 points out of the money. Now, a lot of you must be thinking that even after adjustments, we are still in red. The loss is reduced from 9,000 to roughly around 1,791. Not to forget, the put is already in profit, which is giving us 5,500 profit already. What we can do is, we can do further adjustments, or we can completely exit this put. So we exit the put, which we sold. So obviously our margin requirement is going to go down. Using the same margin, when we square off the call, we can sell 5 lot of call and we can buy it as a hedge. This is at least 10 times much better than rolling your strikes on a straddle, which everybody do. Why? Number one, this is hedged. So even if market continue to move up, this buying leg is going to give you some amount of cushion. The gamma will kick in for you. Point number two, using approximately same or lesser margin, you have increased your range by 1,000 points, which by just rolling a simple straddle would never gonna give you a 1,000 point roll. Point number three, you're rolling it in January from December. So that means your decay window has increased from 20 days to expiry to 45, 50 days to expiry, which is a sweet spot for decaying your trade. When you sell a straddle, your main point is that you want to capture theta decay. All right, but you don't have to wait for entire 40 days. We will probably wait for maybe a week, maybe 10 days, and as soon as this loss gets reduced, we immediately look to book this particular trade and come out of it. We will not come out of it in loss. We try to come out of it from profit. Also, for people who are new in option trading, they will say that what if market continue to go up, then what we're going to do? If market continue to go up, this call which we bought, it's there for this reason only. If market go up by 500 points, your straddle will give you mother of all losses. Not this one, because this is going to have some amount of safety inbuilt in this. And listen very carefully, this Jan, you can roll it to Feb as well. So now your break-even point is gonna go further out, 2000 points, which is not a small thing, let me tell you. And market always take a breather. Market go up and then market go down, go up, go down. That is something very, very important. Now let's see what happens with this when we trade this particular strategy. So we wait a little and we see what's happening with the market, and all we need is the loss to come down, and loss come down, we completely can look to exit this. Now here, one more very important point I want to tell you. Nobody talks about it on YouTube. Everybody talk about rolling the strikes and the same thing which is happening from last, God knows, maybe 2 decades now. There are definitely better and more creative way. Now what do we see here on by 19th? That obviously market gone up, market cooled off, and we are losing, but we are losing less. Versus we are already making profit on the put side. When you combine these two together, how your payoff is going to look, let me show you that. This is how your payoff is going to look. Net from the loss side, we have made this coming back into the profit of approximately 1925. Coming out in profit is not important. What is important is that you really pushed your break even really further out using lesser margin, and you are doing it in the next series. So when we do something like this, it's going to give you not just the comfort of coming out in profit, but it's going to give you a lot of mental comfort than just simply rolling your strike and wasting your precious time by doing hit and trial with the straddle management. And if you're somebody who's really serious about options trading and you see it as a business in the future, maybe your second business, and you want to get access to top shelf option strategies, techniques, methods which are completely different, you can get in touch with the WhatsApp support on the information which you can see right now. Escalating your trading, learning the tricks and techniques is what a top businessman will do, not just in option trading, but any business you open. First, acquire the knowledge, practice the knowledge, become master at it, and then before you realize, option trading can reach to the level where you want your trading to go. Now it's time for VIP points, where I'm gonna tell you some more tricks which will help you when you are doing any kind of a short straddle. Let's figure that out. VIP point number 1, market rewards patience and risk averse. Like I said, any adjustment which you do, your first priority is to protect the capital as much as you can. Obviously, risk cannot be zero, but when you hedge it, at least you're gonna have a good night's sleep. That's how it should be. And number 2, most importantly, when not to trade straddle, sometimes things which you don't have to do is more important than things which you have to do. When you're trading straddles, and you're trading straddle before 1 week of the event. If you're trading straddle on a breakout, on a breakdown, these are the situations where straddle is a complete no-no. Even if you know the world's best adjustment of the straddle, the top of the top line, even then, the timing, which strategy needs to deploy when, is very, very important. Straddle is a really good strategy when IV cool off, one of the top strategies during the result season. The blue chip stock, people do straddles a lot. That's a good strategy. But what do they do is that they roll their strike, and that asks for more margin. Also, the safety is very less. We are just one gap up or gap down away for a complete disaster. Wherein in this, we sold and we bought as well. Plus we have an extra time. Plus we have an extra buffer for 1000 points. These things are made out of complete steel in your trading. That's the reason why I say hit and trial way of trading one must avoid. Elevate your trading game. You can learn the craft in record time. Get in touch to learn in depth. Just drop a message. You can get details directly from the team. I'm sure you've learned something really good about managing the straddles, completely different and out of the box thinking. When your straddle is in trouble, only your knowledge, your information which you gathered is going to help you, is going to protect you. I wish you all the very best. Thanks for watching. And like I always say, you are going to do so well in trading, you will surprise everyone. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.